Again, I think Ms. Phillips kind of touched on my presentation. If you look in your package, I'm going to be talking regarding pay request, absenteeism, substitution, and one section about school closing. On page 1, and I'm going to ask Ms. Phillips to assist me, because I'll ask that all of you make sure you get your pay request and any other related items regarding pay to Ms. Phillips as soon as possible. Page 1, as she said earlier, there are two primary methods of payment. One is lump sum. Essentially, what does that mean? That means you take the total number of contact hours that you have for your courses assigned, or the courses that you have been selected to teach. And there is some prep time that's used for grading and course development, those kinds of things is added into that. So basically, in the 3-month quarter, it essentially means you'll get one check a month for those hours, those contact hours. Everybody's okay with that? Janice, is that basically how that goes? Okay. The other method, which a lot of the allied health faculty use this method, it's if they're based in a clinical, instructional area where their schedule kind of rotates, they use the pay request. This form is due by the 15th of each month. The pay period for hourly employees is from the 16th of the month to the 15th of the next month. Let's see if I can give you an example for those who are coming in brand new for fall quarter. The end of October pay, the quarter starts on the 6th for most of us. So you work for hours, you work from 10/6 through 10/15 is what you would get at the end of October. End of November pay, those hours work from 10/18 through 11/15. End of December, hours work through 11/16 through 12/16, which is the last day of the quarter. So I'm assuming HR would want us to include that last day, correct, Ms. Phillips? Okay. Are there any questions on the methods of pay and the timeliness of getting this pay request in? Because we want you all to get paid. So make sure you get those in a timely manner.
And they can fax them to us, email them to us, every how they want to get it to us, just so it's on time.
Okay. Page 2. This is very, very critical. And if you're out, especially if you lump sum now, this is the honor system, but we expect you as professionals to make us aware if you're out by turning in this absentee form, okay? We don't want to get audited and then we got to go back and chase people down. So, on the honor system and as professionals, if you're out, you should notify the academic affairs secretarial staff that you're going to be out. But you need to submit this absentee form. So make sure you get that to academic affairs office along with your pay request or at your earliest convenience. On page 3, now this is a substitution form. This happens quite a bit in the technical programs where there's lab and those kinds of things involved. Now, if there's a professional staff member that can substitute for you during your absence or if you're ill or whatever, the faculty that's doing the substitution should submit to Ms. Phillips a substitution form. And what that does, it deducts from your, if you lump sum, what have you, deducts from your salary, and then a check is forwarded to. It adds to the person that's doing the substitution, yes.
The person that's, I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah, it takes away from the person that's being, and adds to the other. So that's critical. Now, I know we haven't talked much about using substitutes, but that is permissible. And if your students are in a situation that, there's some things that need to be covered, then I encourage you to do that, because we don't want to penalize the student because you're unable to be there or you're ill. So, keep us abreast, but if there's a professional who's willing to do that, you can do that, okay? Everybody's okay with that?
A professional that's already
Yes, yes. Who's someone in your area of instruction would be, able to do that. Okay. And I guess I could say this too. If there's a test that needs monitoring, then I guess a faculty member could do that. If you need someone there to do, proctoring of a test or something of that nature. The last part of my presentation is inclement weather. I know fall is the next quarter. There's not many weather opportunities in fall, but we want to make you aware that due to inclement weather, the administration will post this notice as soon as possible. And on page 4, you'll see some of the media outlets that will be notified. And of course, as the word gets around, it's going to be on all of the major TV stations and probably the local radio stations. So please be advised that we are not affiliated with Griffin Spalding County school system. Southern Crescent Technical College will make that call for its institution, okay? Now, there may be a weather opportunity in Griffin that's not in Thomas or some of the other satellites. The administration will make that call, but more likely they will say Southern Crescent is closed, and that will be all locations, okay? So I think that'll be the rule of thumb that we live by, unless it's stated otherwise. Are there any questions on this portion, pages 1 through 4?
In inclement weather, we get a notification through email as well, don't we? If there's bad weather. Yes.
Weather alert, but does that relate closings? I don't know, I think that just says, yeah, just a warning, yeah. Okay. Again, thank you.